Hey, what's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? A gracious good morning to you, good people. It's your girl KB. You know what I do, and you know why I do it. It's Wednesday. It's December 3rd, and it is 3:54 in the a.m. I need to share this news story with you, and I apologize in advance because, according to this posting, it was posted by Fox News, but it's also on the MSN website as news. So I'm going to share it because getting back to my use of the word and the new word introduced on my recordings, it's Fox News and my word, bullshit. The headline is top expert, top, the epitome, the pinnacle. Catch my drift. Top expert exposes how elites are encouraging immigrants to not assimilate to American culture. Now, I have to put my hands in the pocket of my hoodie in order to not lose my mind and, gesticulate wildly with this bullshit story. Yeah. It says an expert warned the U.S. immigration crisis in America. Excuse me. Isn't the U.S. America? I'm asking for a friend. See, just the redundancy in that statement, the opening statement. An expert warned that the U.S. immigration crisis in America. The U.S. immigration crisis in Russia. To me, that sounds a lot better than this sentence here. But I digress. This is news. It says the immigration crisis will continue so long as the country's elite. Who the hell are the elite? You mean that 1%? Because we all know that racism is tied to capitalism. If you don't, you just need to educate yourselves, with some very scholarly folks who started the Black Panther Party, who highlighted how this works. Since we claim not to know. But I digress. Got a little edgy. Let me come back. It says, so long as the country's elite reject the idea of Americanization of immigrants. What is Americanization? See, I'm familiar with the term acculturation and assimilation. To be acculturated is to be in the community, a part of the community, and acceptance. Assimilation seems more of a forced process. And if you look at the opening of this news blurb, you can see that it's the desired means that justifies the end, or vice versa. Now, I guess this is the scholarly, learned person, Mark Krikorian, who is the executive director of the Center for Immigration Studies. Where? Okay, where's the Center for Immigration Studies? Is it at a university? Oh, yeah. It's located at Bullsh-tuf. Okay. told Fox News Digital during an interview that one of the core drivers of a declining assimilation in America is not only mass immigration itself, but an ongoing identity problem in which the country's elite, again, who are the elite? Who are we identifying as the elite? Have made assimilation a dirty word by rejecting American identity and exceptionalism. What is American identity? You know, this forced assimilation, and that's what American identity is. You know, I want you to take any crumb I throw from my table, as long as I don't consider you offensive to my whiteness. That's nationalism, folks. That's white Christian nationalism. I can say it didn't work in South Africa. And it's funny that you embrace a thing or a rule or a standard with anything that has the word Africa attached to it. But hey. Then the person goes on to say, it's not the immigrants doing, it's a problem we have with our leadership classes. So, again, white Christian nationalism, because our leadership failed to teach you how to act that is pleasing to us. So you get the subtle way that we're talking about this 1%, this capitalist society that is tied and deeply entrenched in racism. Now, over the last holiday, we needed to think about, instead of romanticizing, predatory behavior between John Smith and the native people, instead of focusing on that, not saying that was a minor problem, because it was a major problem, we need to think about the reason that the folks were over here in the first place. They didn't want monarchy. They didn't like aristocracy. They didn't like the caste system. And they didn't want to pay taxes. What's different?